going on, guys? Nick Lesagor here.
Brandon Delakia.
Exit 12.
Brewery.
In the house!
Not better the second time.
No? Well, fair enough. So we are back with another beer review. This is, once again, the dual grain, triple play, double IPA, long name beer review from the band of Brewtubers. There were 12 of us. I think it got whittled down to 11, and then the 11 of us brewed a beer from the Dean's List Brewery. We will not go through this story every time, just for these first two videos. But basically, it's C30, your choice of two row, or you could have gone C20 or C10, like a mixture to get to C30 or something like that. I don't know. And your choice of hops. So every brewer chose their hops. So you have the boil hops, the finishing hops, and the dry hops. And this is a very special beer, personally for me. I think as home brewers, as craft beer drinkers, we have things called bucket list beers. And for me, one of my bucket list brewers is this guy, S.J. Porr of Little Face Brewing. Really pumped. I started watching him. He was one of the first Brewtubers that we started watching and got really into. And so this is the first beer I've had from S.J. So I'm really, really pumped about this. I'm really excited about this beer.
Yeah, let's get to it.
What hops are in this?
So, the bittering hop is Nugget, the finishing hop is Falconer's Flight, and dry hop was Summit.
I'm almost positive that he bottled this from the keg. Had a nice little hiss there. He had a video, as well as Mike did, on bottling from the keg. So I think that's something that we will have to take a closer look at.
Yeah, for sure.
So basically, what kind of flavors are we looking to get out of this?
So the Nugget, it's a high alpha acid, some woody, piney characters. Falconer's Flight, I think you've brewed with it before. I have not brewed with it before. It'll have some citrus and tropical flavors, and then Summit, orange, grapefruit, things of that nature. Yeah,
and what I really love about his label, he's got the cute little dog on the top right, but he also added, when he added the hops. So, looks like we have 3/4 of an ounce of Nugget at 60 minutes, a half ounce of Falconer Flight at 45, 1 1/4 ounces of the Falconer Flight at 30, went again with an ounce of the Falconer at 15 minutes, and then 2 ounces of Summit dry hop for 7 days. One thing we forgot to mention in the first video, Mike's video, was that we all used some strain of Chico yeast. So Cephal US05, which is what we used. The first time that we used dry yeast. We usually use the liquid stuff. So.
Correct,
It looks like when I was pouring it, not a huge head, which is fine, but I'm going to try to get the aromas here, trying to get this going. It's definitely carbonated, for sure.
Little hazy, good color.
Yeah.
Nice dark, burnt orange.
It is a little hazy, but I really like the clarity on it. It's actually not bad.
Nothing flowing. Definitely.
I'd say it's a little bit clearer than Mike's, but you can definitely see that there is a little bit of haze. I'm wondering if he cold crashed it or not. Very light looking. I think this is a beautiful color. It's golden, almost like a little bit darker than like the straw, golden straw.
Sure.
But this is a phenomenal color. Really good. I don't know if the light really portrays that or not, but this is definitely lighter than our beer.
Yeah, definitely lighter. Great color on it.
Yeah, for sure. You want to, let's take a smell here. Take a little sniffer. Wow. Okay. Malt bill definitely coming through.
Yep. Sweet, definitely more,
sugary, malty.
Yep.
Boy, all right. I definitely think it's mild, sort of like the Nugget hop definitely comes through. It's mild. It's not super
it's not super fruity. Yeah, it's definitely
classic to the style, right?
Cleaner smelling. Yeah, like you said, you can smell the malt bill a lot more, and you can smell the the hops.
88 IBUs, 7.9%, so just under 8. Doesn't smell like 8. I mean, you definitely don't get that like alcohol and hit.
No.
Boy, that malt bill is really, really coming through, and
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, the Nugget hop is definitely coming through. I think maybe I could definitely sense like a tiny bit of tangerine, like a tiny bit of a almost like a grapefruit pith.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's definitely light. Like you said, the malt definitely, and a little bit maybe even like the yeast. I can definitely like it. Definitely is pretty like clean smelling to me. It definitely doesn't have like that really tropical hit. You know, like you said, classic. You know, IPA, West Coast IPA.
Sure. Boy, I am really excited to jump into this one. Cheers, SJ. Thank you for this. Let's try this out. Salud. Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely you know, it's almost an 8%er, but it's very clean. It does not taste overly bitter.
Definitely don't get the bitterness,
drinkable.
but the alcohol hit to me definitely comes through.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bite to it.
Which I think we both personally like.
Sure.
I think depending on the style,
Yeah.
I think you can definitely get away with it, and I think this is a good representation.
Yeah, and I think our beers are a lot similar in that. I think ours has more bite, but you know, I think it's in the same like clean, very crisp IPA, where Mike's was very fruity, and so it's just funny. It's the same dual grain. You know, everybody picked their hop bill, but you can see like just out of our 3 that we tried so far, there's some vast differences, which is pretty crazy.
I think this was more of a showcase of the malt bill, personally.
Yeah.
Which I think is fascinating, because I don't know if it was Wally Feck. I don't know who reviewed this beer, but they were talking about the fruit flavor, how abundantly fruity it was, and I don't think I quite get that, but I think that this is a great representation, like I said, of the malt bill. The simplicity of the malt bill,
Yeah.
I think really, but it comes through as like a really curious component to the beer.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a little more. I'm trying to find the right word. This isn't a simple beer. Like it's a little bit layered in a way.
Yeah, but it's definitely very crisp, refreshing. You know, it's a very crisp beer. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's excellent.
This is a very good beer. I think the clarity is something that is really impressive. I'd be curious to see how you cleared it up, SJ. But SJ Porr, the guy that runs the SJ Porr Challenge, which we're looking forward to getting into hopefully next year. And just an overall great brewer. I'm really excited. This is the first beer we got to try from you.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of many. Because this is, I mean, definitely the one thing. If there's one thing you could think of this beer, what would it be? Because for me, it's true to style. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I keep saying it, but it's very crisp. You know, we talk about water a lot. I feel like, if there was anything done with this water, there was definitely, a high hit of sulfate to chloride ratios, probably favoring sulfate pretty well, which is very common for this style of beer. So I think it's like true to style, very true to style.
Yeah, for sure. SJ, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it. Once again, I'm Nick.
Brandon.
Exit 12.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying brewery again. We're gonna workshop that.
That's in beta testing. Cheers, guys. Thank you again.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.